Imagine a man who defied the impossible. He hijacked a plane in mid-flight, extorted $1 million ransom, and vanished without a trace. A perfect crime, or one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in U.S. history? This is the Enigma of D.B. Cooper. On November 24, 1971, the day before Thanksgiving, a mysterious man boarded a commercial flight in the United States, carrying only a briefcase and an audacious plan. Hours later, he disappeared forever, becoming the protagonist of one of the most fascinating and inexplicable criminal cases in history. Who was D.B. Cooper? How did he manage to escape? And most importantly, did he survive? Today, we're diving into this mystery and exploring all the theories behind this legendary disappearance. It was an ordinary afternoon at Portland International Airport. A discreet man, dressed in a dark suit, black tie, and sunglasses, bought a one-way ticket to Seattle. The name on the ticket, Dan Cooper. Once aboard the Northwest Orient Airlines Boeing 727, Cooper calmly took a seat in the back of the plane and ordered a whiskey. Shortly after takeoff, he handed a note to one of the flight attendants. At first, she didn't pay much attention, but Cooper discreetly said, "Miss, you should read this. I have a bomb." The message was clear. He was hijacking the plane and demanded $200,000, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck ready to refuel the aircraft upon landing in Seattle. If his demands weren't met, he would blow up the plane. The FBI was immediately alerted, and authorities quickly made a decision: comply with the hijacker's demands to avoid a massacre on board. When the plane landed in Seattle, the passengers were released, but the crew remained as hostages. The money and parachutes were delivered, and Cooper then ordered a new flight plan, south toward Mexico, at low altitude and slow speed. What no one knew at that moment was that he never intended to reach the final destination. At 8 p.m., already in flight, Cooper did the unthinkable. He opened the rear door of the Boeing 727, facing violent winds and freezing temperatures. In the middle of the night, somewhere over Washington state, he jumped into the darkness, taking the $200,000 with him and vanishing without a trace. When the plane landed safely, FBI agents boarded and found only an empty seat and a forgotten tie. Cooper had disappeared into the unknown. The FBI launched one of the largest manhunts in U.S. history. They meticulously analyzed every detail of the case, interviewed passengers, studied the ransom money, and even reconstructed the possible jump route. But the result? No solid leads. The only clue emerged 9 years later, in 1980, when a young boy found stacks of buried money along the Columbia River. The bills were part of Cooper's ransom, but there was no sign of the hijacker himself. Questions piled up. Did he survive and hide the money? Did he die during the jump, with the money washing away in the river? Or was this all part of an even more elaborate plan? Over the years, multiple theories emerged. Some of the most popular include: he didn't survive. Many experts believe Cooper died during the jump. The harsh terrain, strong winds, and freezing temperatures would have made survival nearly impossible. But if he died, where is his body? He was a former military operative. Some investigators suggest Cooper had military experience in parachuting and tactics, explaining his confidence and precise planning. Cooper changed his identity. Some say he survived, assumed a new identity, and lived the rest of his life in secrecy, spending the stolen money. Several suspects were investigated over the years, but no definitive proof ever surfaced. In 2016, the FBI officially closed the case, admitting that the mystery of D.B. Cooper would likely never be solved. More than 5 decades have passed, yet the enigma of D.B. Cooper remains unsolved. Was it a perfect crime, or just pure luck? Did he escape and live in hiding all these years? Or did his fate end that freezing night in the middle of a dense forest? The case of D.B. Cooper remains one of the greatest mysteries in criminal history. What do you think? Did he make it out alive, or was he another victim of his own audacity? Leave your thoughts in the comments, like the video, and subscribe to the channel for more intriguing stories like this one.